Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We've got ourselves a big Terran vs. Zerg. Astrea in the top right side, playing on the new map pool on the public test realm. At least I assume this is part of the new map pool because we've logged into the new patch. It's the new public test realm, and there's a whole bunch of new maps on there. So I imagine this is going to be 6 maps added to the map pool and 3 maps from the current map pool kept in there. Not sure which ones they're going to keep in. I kind of hope for like Amphion would be kind of fun. Site Delta would be kind of entertaining as well. Now we do have Eggz in the bottom left side of the map as well. And Eggz, #1 Colombian player. Fantastic Zerg, super aggressive. Astrea is playing his off-race, his Terran, but he is a 6k Terran. He's been really improving. I gotta say, his late game finishing power and big army control is where he falls off. But I feel like for the first 10, 15 minutes of every game, Astrea is kind of just top tier. He's very, very high level. Like he's getting close to pro level with a lot of his early game stuff. And his build order is still maybe sometimes a little bit loose in terms of the details, but my God, the ideas are clever. Like it's Astrea, of course. He's such a creative player. Now, if you guys aren't aware, this is played on the new balance patch. The public test realm is where they're testing that new proposed changes. And there is a lot of changes to test. Now, Zerg hatcheries are 25 minerals cheaper. And to take advantage of that, Eggz has decided, hey, I might as well take a really fast third hatchery, which makes a lot of sense. Queens are a bit more expensive, though. So overall, it's a net nerf to most Zerg current playstyles. Because normally you're building, oh, I'm going to 5 hatcheries eventually, maybe 6 with a macro hatch. But I've got 9 queens in this matchup. So, hey, that's a net loss of 75 minerals. But you could argue early on, you're saving minerals, right? So it gives you a slight tempo boost with getting your hatcheries down a little bit earlier. But then as you're adding the queens, it is more expensive. So definitely messes with the build orders a little bit, and it's a bit harder to line up. I've played a couple games on it so far, and I gotta say, my brain wrinkled a little bit. I was like, oh, the build orders are just slightly different. It's not huge. It's just a few seconds here and there, but it definitely was hard for me to figure out, like, how much do I want to take advantage of that little 25 mineral saving? Do I want to squeeze a super fast 4th base? Like, how am I going to take advantage of this? And I couldn't quite come to a conclusion on how I wanted to do that. Now, what could we see from the Zerg side? For those who don't know, Hydras have a dash ability now. It is a 60% movement speed boost activated ability called Frenzy. I think they should just change the name to Dash, personally, because Ultras already have an ability called Frenzied, which means they're immune to movement abilities. And I'm like, that sounds almost identical. Let's not use the same word for 2 different abilities on different units. So I think they should change it to Dash, but it only lasts for 0.7 seconds. 0.71 seconds. So it's almost nothing. So we're unlikely to see that in this matchup unless the game drags on for a while. Other than that, though, like, what else do we have? Well, Ultras can now push units out of the way. So they'll push allied units out of the way. So if you've got, like, say, some roaches here fighting down the ramp, and an Ultra comes from behind, it'll just push the roaches towards the enemy and kind of push its way through them and get to the front line. So Ultras can no longer get stuck behind your army, which can really, really help. By the way, this map's sick. This map is crazy. This map is Ultra Love LC. There is... Let's just say my Twitch chat earlier today when I first got on this map, they had a name for this, a little bit... named it after a certain part of female anatomy. You guys can figure it out. Anyways, there's also these black holes. There's like shining little lightning storms here. And look at this. We don't actually have vision here, but those are actually moving. Let's see. Yeah. Here, you see we got vision there. You can see these like glowing lights moving, lightning in the background. Just the aesthetic here. I don't know who made this map, but I love all the little details they've added in. It just feels different. The players were commenting on the start that like the colors are a little bit dark, but I'm really excited for it. I'm going to play a lot more games on this test map tomorrow, by the way, guys. And maybe in a day or two, we'll probably put out a video overviewing the maps. But I feel like I really just have so much to chew on in terms of the balance patch right now. So we'll get to a map analysis once I've had a chance to really understand the maps a little bit and you know, give some deeper thoughts than just pointing out where the expansions are. These games were hosted today with a lot of players all observing, so I apologize for the constant observer chat that is just kind of thrown in there in the background. Just a bunch of people, all in clan Big PP. Shout out to Apple Juice from my clan, decided to make, I think it was him that made the Big PP clan on the public test realm. Very cool, very, a bunch of adults that love video games, guys. Double Evo Chamber is on the way as well. So Astrea is going for, is this a 2-on-1? Looks like a 2-on-1. That's cool. And, oh, he's going to go Fusion Core. No. Okay. So for those who don't know, Lib range is the new thing, except it doesn't give you range. So extended thermal lance, I believe, sorry, that's the closest one. What is it called? Advanced ballistics is now renamed officially to Liberator Girth. Shout out to Twitch chat for coming up with that one today. Honestly, when I heard that, I was like, trust me, you guys might think that's not that fair funny, Pig. That's not great. That's not a good thing. Wait till you see the circle. If you haven't seen how big the new Liberator circle is, oh my, you're going to understand. You guys will recognize the obscenity of the new Liberator. So it doesn't get any range increase, so it still has to come very far forward. So you're like, oh, the center of the circle's there, the Liberator's only here, but then you realize the circle's like this big, and you're like, what? It's crazy. And he's going, yeah, there we go, guys. He's going for a Liberator Girth and double Starport Liberator. So he's going to try and keep his opponent busy with the Marines. This is a massive delay on the Terran 3rd Command Center. He has to find good damage, but so far, he's already killed 29 Zerglings for 3 Marines. Eggz, what? I think Eggz has thrown away way too many Zerglings. Eggz needs to pull the Queens together and get a handle on this, get all the Queens to the front, wait for the Queens to engage the Marines, and then surround with the Zerglings. Too many Marines to fit inside the medevacs. If he has to evacuate, he'll have to leave a few behind. Dude, what a beautiful map. I'm loving this. These little fairy fire friggin' streams underneath the map. Little blue canyons down there. This map is awesome. Nice atmosphere. 3rd Command Center goes down behind this. Astrea sitting on 46 workers right now. So he's not even building workers. Whereas Eggz, he's on 57, about to go to 67. So Eggz' economy is getting out of control, and this puts pressure on Astrea to get something done. Oh, he's going to lose a medevac if that queen comes forward. But no, there's no queen in the main. No queen in the main for Eggz. A big mistake. Lings are coming back. Marines are going to try to go in. The Lings should be able to deal with this. I think there's enough Lings to take this out. Astrea's going to wedge himself in between the buildings. Nice positioning. Really nice positioning. And no doubt those Liberators will come in behind this. Oh, his position is so good. Oh no, Eggz flailing right now. Eggz in so much trouble. What am I witnessing? Oh, this is a slaughterhouse. Oh my lord. Dude, he's even dropping single Marines to take the Banelings, and then he unloads again. Oh my gosh, Astrea is disrespecting Eggz right now. And guess what? Here comes the Liberators, guys. That is what I'm talking about. That, my friends, is Liberator Girth. Welcome. Look at the size of that circle. That chody boy right there. Medevacs to escape on the left side. Liberator's going to siege away, does run away, and starts to look to re-siege. One Marine gets left behind. I love that we've got the commentary there as well from the players who are all observing. Protoss OP, by the way, is Hupsaya. The barcode is Heaven. Though I think he maybe left this game. There's a bunch of NAGMs all hanging out in this game. Liberators double sieging right now. Some girthy circles going to be there. We've got Marines up here ready to deny this 5th hatchery. And this Liberator on this side going to go back in yet again. Nice queen positioning though. Eggz is doing really well. Honestly, it felt like Eggz took so much damage he should just be dead. But he is actually taking, or at least avoiding taking catastrophic damage. Mass Queen in the main. Liberator circles from pretty far away just because the circle's so friggin' big. You might be thinking, just because it has to siege close to the middle of the circle, is it even a range reduction? Apparently, someone told me this, and I believe them, 0.75 is the total range reduction. So not even a full range reduction. And some people are saying, well, I mean, for such a huge increase in the circle size, seems like an overall buff, seems too big. Also, Liberators are getting the benefit now from the quick transform ability. I forget what that thing's called. Transformation servos, that's it. So I actually think they're probably way too powerful right now, and I don't think they're going to go through in that current form. Ooh, Queen does get blasted there by the Libs. Very nice. Oh, he did siege on the ramp. This is a crazy move for Astrea. Big gamble. Get big gamble. Spore's going to root underneath. Mass transfuse coming in for Eggz. Mass transfuse. It's refusing to die. The Queen's not going down. And only one Queen falls there for the Libs. The drop on the left goes down as well. There is still a Liberator up here, but it's not siege right now. How many Libs have gone down? 7 Liberators. And look at the working out. Yes, Astrea has a 3rd. It's mostly saturated. But we got to realize this is not finishing the game off. Eggz is on 74 drones, has decent creep, has rebuilt their economy. But oh, hold on, 3 Libs here. I think you want to really try and siege these Libs in a very specific manner. Spores aren't in position. Those Libs could do big damage. 1 Queen goes down for 1 Lib. Another Queen falls. That's 3 Queens so far. 4 Queens. Beautiful play. 4 Queens for a Liberator. Great trade there for Astrea. Astrea right now is ahead 2,500 resources in the units lost. He's got 25 drone kills, and yet he's still down 5 workers. Testament to Eggz's ability to flow with the chaos and try to find a way back into this. Double Lib going down the left side at the same time. These Libs repositioning constantly. An absolute menace. Oh, he does siege there. Looks like he's in range of 3 mineral patches. Maybe 2 mineral patches? Oh, only one. You're kidding me. Liberator's coming up on this top side right now, trying to zone out these bases. This Liberator's going to come in and siege right on top of that hatchery. This is obnoxious. Dude, Astrea is just straight up mauling Eggz with the new Liberator range. Eggz didn't have that many queens. Remember, queens are more expensive, and after losing all those queens, there's only 2 queens out. Oh, there's only 2 queens out. This Liberator over here as well. Oh, man. Insult to injury. This is ridiculous. He needs... And there's 3 more lips. No, look at that. He just flies through the middle. Siege is right on top. What? This is nasty. This is nasty. No way, man. Oh, I mean, to be fair, once you start killing the queens, you know, it's an issue. It's funny because I've watched a lot of games of the Lib range against Protoss today, and it didn't look that problematic. But I guess when it gets out of control, it just looks comical, right? Because the Protoss players were handling it really well in the games I watched. Like, oh, Ling Bane rolls in. Did he get anything? It looks like he got maybe a few Marines, but a lot of Ling Bane died there. Oh, we're down 70 supply. Okay. All right, guys. I think Astrea might have this one in the bag. Mass Marine coming forward. Oh, his upgrades suck. Wait, hold that thought. There's a chance. Eggz, great counterattack, and the depot gets up. Unfortunate. Remember, you can also drop a supply drop to instantly fully repair a depot and add 100 hit points to its max hit points. Astrea's only on +1 attack against 2-2. That's the one weakness. Nice explosion. The Banelings actually blow up the rock tower, cut off Astrea's attack. Eggz desperately trying to buy time while he denies the 4th base. This is crazy right now. We've got Corruptors hunting down the Liberator on the left. These Liberators are being a menace, but they're finally getting cleaned up. On the front side, single Marine does go down there. And it looks like the army's rotating. Astrea clearing the ridgeline, clearing up a lot of that creep spread. Pure Marine Lib is not a very well-rounded army. This is a game that I came back on in the middle of earlier. I was live observing, and I noticed at this point, guys, 68 drone kills. That's the sort of commentary I add when I'm watching a game with a bunch of mates, guys. That's the sort of high-level insight. If you guys ever get a chance to hang out with me, watching games together, sitting back, observing, that's the sort of analysis you're going to get if you're observing a game with me. I remember I'd been eating lunch, I came back in the middle of this game, and I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I see the worker killed count, and it makes it funny, and people said, oh, you gotta go watch the rest of the game, dude. The Ling's coming in, they're gonna try and take out these SCVs, Ling's trying to go into the main as well. Dude! No way! He's blocking the depot from raising! Astrea can't get it up! Oh, Eggz! The cock blocker there, lovely move. And he's going to be, at the same time, losing an expansion. But remember, 2-2 against just 1-1 upgrades. Second Engineering Bay and Armory is building in the main. So Astrea finally realized that he forgot about upgrades this whole time because he was so focused on liberating his opponent. And for those who don't know, Astrea is American, guys. He's the best American player in the world. And as I said that, I was like, is that right? And I'm like, yes, yeah, Scarlet and Trigger are number 2 and 3, or top. They're the other top 3 players in the NA region. And they're both Canadians, so... That is correct. Yeah, he basically loves freedom, guys. And this unit is called the Liberator, and it does blast things into a fine bloody mist. Like, it's literally, it's a sort of freedom we all know. It's, you know, Operation Democracy, getting into the third world of the Zerg abyss. We're talking about, you know what, you guys grew up without democracy, but we're going to teach you with our friggin' giant Concorde cannon underneath each Liberator as it pounds those Liberators deeper into the dust, even though they already were burrowed. Liberators right now, Marines, Widow Mines. I think Astrea's in a good position if he just rebuilds his workers, but he needs to focus on that double eBay armory, because I gotta tell you, man, Marines and Zlings, upgrades is so important. And right now he's 1-1 against 2-2. Being down to upgrade sucks. If Eggz could somehow get a hive as well, which I guess he can't afford at all, that would be game-changing. He sees a planetary. There's no way he can fight that. Astrea leaves it down again. Oh, he's distracted by the Corruptors, which came in to try to snipe a Liberator. The Liberators are making it hard for him to get big damage. Like, and that's actually a good idea for him to probably burrow and just chill for now. Corruptors coming forward with some Ling Bane. If he can clear the front Marines, the Corruptors might be able to clear those Liberators. But I think Eggz makes the better decision, gives up. He actually does have a hive. If he could afford 1+3 upgrade, maybe that would be massive. But you know what? He's already got a big upgrade lead. Corruptors should be sniping here, though. Gets a medevac. Gets another Liberator. Gets another Liberator. And he's actually doing quite well to survive. I can't believe Eggz is still in this game, and he was down 70 supply. But Astrea's follow-up is just still spamming lips. You know what? I think Astrea's trying to make a point. He's trying to send a message right now. He's not trying. I mean, everyone knows build workers, build Marines, build mines, and just reestablish control over your production has got to be the better way to play right now. But he's just massing libs and Marines. The problem is if he ever loses the Marines, the Corruptors can wreck the Liberators. So he needs to use the Liberators to protect the Marines to protect the Liberators, and oh, here we go, Mass Link Bane, YOLO! The Libs were all unsieged! So the Marines, the moment the Marines were left out on their own, the Link Bane dives on top, and that allows the Corruptors to dive on top. Big mistake for Astrea. These Libs need to get out of here. He should not be fighting this right now. He's going to try and run away, but so many Liberators and Marines go down. The third command center burns to the ground. This game is an absolute hot mess if I've ever seen one. We got to see the ridiculousness of the Liberators, and then we got to see a man commit so effing hard to it that he is now... How many Liberators has he lost? 30? He lost 30 Libs. What's the unit's lost time? Oh my god, he was mauling Eggz for the first 10 minutes of this game. And over the last few minutes, Eggz has started to mount an amazing comeback. I mean, he still probably shouldn't be able to win, but maybe that upgrade advantage can do it. It's still 1-1 against 2-2. The Corruptor's getting crazy snipes out here. I feel like he could have killed 1 or 2 more Liberators as well. I feel like the Corruptors could stay even longer if he chose to. Damn, dude, did that thing just make an excretion? What in the heck am I looking at right now? I don't know what this is. Is that a planet? Is that a miniature planet? Oh, dude, this map is crazy. Is there a literal world that's like crowning right now? Okay, I don't know what else to call what that's doing. It seems like it's crowning out of the map itself. Is this map giving birth to literal worlds? You guys let me know in the comments what you think is happening on this map. Oh, I mean, it's called Ultra Love, and love is how we make babies, is what I was told when I was growing up. You know, if a man loves a woman and they decide they really want to have a baby, they do a special hug, and then a baby comes out 9 months later, okay? So, you know what? Maybe we're just learning about biology on this map. I don't know. Dude, that's a pretty chunky burrow of banelings there. He's trying to bait. Oh, I think he might have just unburrowed in vision, though. I think he might have unburrowed in vision. May have just given away. Now, to be fair, Astrea doesn't have any orbitals. He's got 2 orbitals. He let 1 burn down. Liberator going down the left side. Liberator going down the right side. He's going to keep liberating against a player who already has Corruptors out. This is mad play. Oh! Okay, burrowed banelings. The Ling Bane Corruptor tries to jump on him. He's trying to scare him into maybe running into these. Oh, biggest Baneling bomb. This is going to be massive. This is good. No? Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Oh. He thought about it. He thought about it, but he wanted the Marines to be more centered on it so he could get the big hit. He realized he could just jump on top and ruin those Marines. Oh, Mr. Eggz diving on top and getting the value deal. Liberator on the other side flies into a Spore Crawler. Liberator on the other side coming on that bottom right side. Hasn't found anything just yet. The Corruptors are going down. Good ability for Astrea to hold onto position. I don't know how he managed to do that. Liberator comes in this side. Corruptors are split up there as well. Eggz with some fantastic multitasking, defending on all sides. Widowmine moving in from this left as well. Eggz on 48 workers. Astrea on 49, but Astrea doesn't have any more income, and he keeps building libs. Watch out for the Infestor. Fungal Boy, Fungal Boy, Fungal Boy! That's a juicy fungal. So much damage on the air and the ground, locking them all in place for 4 seconds. And even though that wears off, I think it was enough to allow most of the Marines to die, which means the Corruptors can have a party. Every single air unit you kill is so very valuable. You don't want to stay too long with the Corruptors, though. He does lose 1 more Corruptor. But you know what? Fungal lands yet again. And I think the addition of the Infestors with that gas bank, such a nice way to spend that gas. Oh, I gotta take a breath. I gotta take a breath. I'm just like, what is going on in this game? This is such madness. Astrea opened up with a meme build, but it seems like he didn't really have a clear follow-up plan. He's making it up as he goes, which, as you can see, is quite difficult with Terran. There's a reason Terran has a lot of organized build orders. It's because it's a very complicated race with like all the add-ons swapping around and exactly what you're building out of the buildings. Also, does he only have 1, 2, 3, 4 barracks? Did he lose 2 barracks here? He must have lost more barracks. Oh! I just missed a burrowed baneling. Sorry, guys. Looks like a bunch of Marines went down. Liberator on the left side getting hunted down by the Corruptors. Widowmine on that side as well. Those 2 drones should be going down. These Marines might be able to find some good damage. That drone does burrow. Lands a hit and only kills a single drone. The other drone is actually going to come back and fight it. Eggz with the drone split. That was slick. Lots of Ling Bane coming. If the Corruptors get down here, you're screwed. Corruptors were chasing this Liberator in the top left. That Liberator does get out, though. Manages to escape down the far left side of the map. Astrea trying to dance. He's got to pick up. He's got to pick up. He left it too late. Oh, man. And Eggz just rips his face off and throws it on the ground. That's crazy, man. Okay, Liberator Marine. Units lost tab right now is 28,000 to 26,000. Astrea just doesn't... I don't think he's even thought about upgrades in the last 5 minutes. There's been too much stuff happening, and he just keeps wanting to siege Livs up and just attack. But the value that Eggz is getting by just defending all these Liberators and not really losing anything, now borrowing Banelings and using Infestors against a low economy Terran who doesn't have Ravens, doesn't have many Orbitals, suddenly we're seeing Astrea start to gas out, right? Oh, here we go. Marine's taking big fungals. Liberator goes down. He's going for it. The other Liberator goes down as well. The Infestors may be out of energy, but you don't need them when you've got enough Ling Bane to ransack the mineral line. What a comeback for Eggz from down 70 supply after getting a vicious dose of that American freedom. And yet he manages to fight back and find a way with the power of Zerg communism, corrupted Zerglings, and a massive upgrade advantage. GG, well played, Eggz. And what an interesting look at the Liberator. The Liberators did end up getting, or at least the lion's share of the 81 drones. Let's just go back in this replay a little bit. I just want to once again witness the early Liberator rush. Remember this drop actually got Astrea miles ahead. So I don't know if, obviously the Liberator zone is crazy. The Liberators are crazy. Just look at the size of the circle. But are they actually that good? The fact that Astrea was this far ahead, I mean, to be fair, Eggz was doing a good job of recovering the drones. And he did commit a lot. Like, when you go 2 base for this long, your orbital's not even done in your third at almost 8 minutes, you got to do a lot. But it was actually, the first lib was like annoying. But then I kind of like what he started doing with like the double and triple squads of libs. I think triple lib, I think he should have probably split them up a little bit earlier. I think it's hard to multitask, but if he started sieging libs elsewhere a bit earlier, that would have been nice. I think the Queen's catching the lib that went in the main base just before was actually huge. And I think Eggz actually did a pretty good job of crisis management. A lot of players would have panicked really hard. Yeah, this is that Liberator I was talking about. Pushes that one back straight away. The Spores casually push it back. And because he had control of a lot of hatcheries, he was able to do really well. Yeah, I think this was actually the clutch moment in the game here, this fight on the ramp. Because he gets one Queen on the low ground, gets a few drones. Because he has to, like, mid-combat siege, one of the libs is already almost dead. If he had 4 full hit point Liberators, I think it's different. But the Spore Crawler was quick. The Transfuse was really good. I think he gets at least 1 more Transfuse down there. Yeah, 2 more. And that's actually a very important moment for Eggz to hold on. Now, he loses even more Queens after this. But yeah, I think it's awesome. I think the Liberator zone probably needs to get nerfed. I think the fact that it gets the benefit... This is obviously day 2, so this is based off like the few games I've watched. And even though it didn't look that powerful versus Protoss, I'm like, I'm not sure the Liberator zone really needs to change, even though it did cause some extreme power and frustration on maps where the minerals were very close to the edge, like Oceanborn and one other map. I don't know if we really need to change the Liberator, number 1. But number 2, I don't think it needs to benefit from the fast unsiege and siege ability. So that's where I'm at right now. Is definitely scrap the ability to get that. Even though we didn't see it in this game, we didn't see transformation servers. You need to get that on a Tech Lab factory to upgrade. Normally it affects Thors, Hellbats, those sort of Vikings from landing and lifting. I don't think it needs that. And I think the circle itself probably could be toned down. Or maybe just go back to the previous circle. I'm not really sure. I need more games. You guys let me know. Obviously, I think most people are going to say, it's too big, it's ridiculous, get rid of it. I'm going to watch a lot more games in the week, but if I didn't have any more information to go off, I'd probably say at this point, yeah, tone the circle down or just revert this change. It's probably not really necessary. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to keep posting more games. We're playing and casting a lot of these on stream every day at the moment this whole week, so tune in if you want to kind of watch that process and have a bit of a chat where we're trying to figure out what we think really needs changing before that patch goes live. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye and good night.